Hi everyone, my name is Melissa and we'll be doing a yoga class today that is focused on if you've been at a desk all day or in the car. So we'll be working a lot on opening the shoulders and the chest, a little bit of the neck, the wrists and hands, and the hips. And the lymphatic system. So we'll be doing a little bit of shaking and jiggling and being upside down so that our lymphatic system can get some movement there since we've been sitting still for a lot of the day. Okay, let's begin standing. And just try to find some movement, and we're just going to start with shaking out the wrists and the arms and the legs and the shoulders, just finding some looseness and jiggling, doing little hops. You don't have to leave the floor, just jumping, and then going side to side, pulling that belly button in and up and staying tall, just little hops. We're going to bring the hands to the hip, and we're going to rotate in a big circle. Just being mindful, maybe you can close your eyes and just feel getting really present with the body. Feeling the hips. Go to a different direction. Shoulders down, face soft. Just stand here for a moment in Tadasana or mountain pose. Close your eyes and gather yourself all around onto the mat. So if you find your thoughts or your energy poking out and octopusing out to other areas of your life, try to draw it back in. Imagine those long tentacles, and you gotta fold them back in right here on the mat now in the present moment. We'll start from the ground up with a little alignment cues that you can use throughout your practice and throughout your day. Lift your toes up. Feel the arches of your feet activate. And then set your toes down a little wider one at a time. Press the outer ankle bones down and pull the inner ankle bones up. Squeeze the thighs, pulling the patella, the kneecap up. Pull the belly button in and up to the spine. Shoulders can do a big inhale, bringing them up to your ears. Exhale them down and away from your head. The thumbs can point outward. And soften all those tiny little muscles in your face. And your eyebrows and your jaw, your tongue, your ears, a gentle tuck of the chin. And let's focus on the breath as well. So as we inhale out and in, inhale in from the nose, you're going to expand your lungs in all directions like a big balloon. And you're also going to let the belly rise on your inhale. Letting that diaphragm expand down into the belly. Exhaling as everything falls back down. In and out through the nose with that ocean sound on the exhale, like you're listening into a seashell. By bringing the tongue, the back of the tongue towards the throat. Open the eyes again, slowly readjusting, keeping the breath throughout your practice. If you find that you've lost your connection with your breath, just bring it back. So we're gonna inhale real big, reaching up tall. Exhale, fold. Excuse me. Exhale, folding. A full exhale, and then round up as you inhale, tucking the chin, rounding the shoulders. As you come up tall, reach the arms up again. And exhale, let the chin come forward, the chest go first. Folding. You can have a pretty big bend in your knees here, because we're just warming up. Yeah, big arms as you inhale. Exhale, folding. Let's do 2 more rounds at your own pace. Last one, folding big. Rounding up. We're gonna reach up tall here, and your left foot is gonna come back and across. You're gonna reach your right hand to grab your left wrist, putting your weight even in both feet. Reach up and over to the right. You can look over to the left or up. Inhale, release. Bring the arms down. Bring the hands up through the center. And we'll fold again for the exhale. Inhale, rising. Reaching up. Bring the right foot back across the other one. Shifting that weight in both feet. Reach the left hand to grab the right wrist. Reaching nice and tall up and over to the left. Looking over to the right or up. It's not about how far you're bending, but about lengthening the spine. And slowly release and fold forward. From here, we're going to do ragdoll. So your feet are hip width apart, and you're grabbing your arms, letting your head be loose, rolling your head around. Your knees can be very bent or loose. And you can bend one knee a lot and straighten the other one, folding over that straight leg. Switching sides. Release the arms. Grab your hands behind your back and fold them forward. Let them fall forward. Tucking your chin. Lengthening your legs maybe a little more. Keeping the arches lifted in your feet. Maybe you sigh out of your mouth here. Slowly release down and fold yourself up tall again. From here, we're going to clasp the fingers behind the head, letting the elbows come out to the sides, lifting that chin, feeling the opening in the front of your body. Pressing the hips forward still, engaging the glutes. And then exhale your chin to your chest, bring your elbows towards each other. A gentle letting the arms hang, not dragging, not pulling down on your head. And as you're inhaling, imagine that even the back side of your ribs, your lungs, are expanding, not just the front. And then we'll flow here, where we inhale, nice and big, opening up. Exhale out of your mouth as you tuck. And keep going with your breath, fullest expression of your breath. And leave your head where it is and release your arms down. Slowly bring the chin up to neutral. Look left to right, gently. And then do a few shoulder rolls. Inhaling big up. Exhaling down. And we're going to add, just on the right side, adding the arm circle. Okay? Just feeling as big of a movement in that scapula as you can. Maybe your arm lengthens farther and farther away. Let's switch directions. Starting with the bent elbow, straightening it as we get more reps in. And we'll go to the other side. That elbow forward. I can't remember which we did first, but it doesn't matter. Feeling that scapula, feeling the gentle twisting in the spine even. We'll go the other way. From here, we're going to bring the hands to the shoulders and reach up and back. Inhaling up, exhaling down. We'll go the other way. Being mindful of what's okay for your neck, for your shoulders. If you're feeling any pain, back off. You don't need to go so big, just finding your body's range of motion that's safe. Okay. Once again, we're going to do some jiggling. Jiggle those wrists and arms and legs. Do some hopping around. Okay, for a few rounds, we're going to inhale big. Exhale, let it go. Last one. Up to standing. Checking in with your body. Maybe you close your eyes and we're just going to sway, letting the arms slap against the body. Keeping your core active. And we'll go side to side. Maybe you tap them between your shoulders if you have nothing impeding that range of motion. And then we'll cross in the center and open up to the side. How's your breath? How's your face? Can you deepen and can you soften? Alright. Pop forward and back a few times. And we're just going to stand here for a few moments, reconnecting your breath. Close your eyes, feel the movement of energy through your body. Feel the slowing down of your heart rate. And slowly come to the front of your mat. Reach up tall. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands down and step back for a high plank. and hold it. We're slowly going to lower down for 3, 2, 1, release, and we're going to be in Cobra. Okay, so with Cobra, you're pointing your toes. You're pressing your pelvis down so your glutes are active. It's one of the most important things. Hands under the shoulders. And you're drawing the elbows straight back behind you and lifting. Lifting the chest. Lifting the crown of the head. And allowing your belly to push into the floor on those inhales. And then we're gonna flow where we exhale and release our head down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, going down. And now pulling everything in. Okay, one more for you. And then use your hands, push yourself up, and sit back in child's pose. So in child's pose, your hips are drawing towards your heels, and you're reaching forward, your forehead is resting on the floor, feeling it in your lower back. Let your palms face up for now. And we're gonna spread those fingers as wide as they'll go and clench them into a fist and curl your fist in. And open up wide and curl it in a few more times. And release that, reaching your arms way over to the left, pressing the right hip downward. Feeling the expansion in your rib cage as you reach over. All those little muscles in between your ribs, the intercostals, they're getting a good stretch. And slowly find your way to the other side. Allowing your belly to press into your thighs. And come back around the center. Walk yourself forward into a plank on your knees and do some really big hip circles. We inhale for half of the circle and exhale for the other half. Switch directions. Okay, we're going to come into a tabletop position. We're going to plant the left hand straight in the middle of the mat. Reach right arm up. We're going to thread the needle a few times. Roll your wrist up here. So you want to keep your active core going. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring that right arm underneath the left for a full exhale. And then inhale, bring it back up top. So we're going to flow with the breath. Exhaling as you thread. Inhale, reach up. Let's do another one. And then this one we're going to thread it and stay there. And then reach the left arm up and over. Breathing big. And if you'd like, you can bring this left arm to grab the right thigh for more. You're looking up. If that feels okay for your neck. And slowly release that arm overhead. And come onto the toes. Tucking the toes under. And stay here for a moment. Doing a few Inhales up to the ears with the shoulders. Exhale down. And then back to tabletop. Planting the right hand in the center, spreading those palms, spreading the fingers, planting the palms like pancakes. We're going to reach that left arm up tall, shoulders away from the ears, rotate your wrist. And then we're going to exhale that arm, threading it through. Inhaling it back up. And keep going. 2 more. On this next one, just leave that arm down. Reach your right arm up and overhead. You can stay here, or you can bring that right hand around to your left thigh, binding. You can look up with your neck for even more. And slowly release, finding your way back to tabletop. Doing a few cat-cows here. Inhaling the crown of the head up, the tailbone up. Exhale, full rounding to cat. Continue with your breath. And we're going to walk the hands forward. We're going to tuck the toes under. And we're going to hover the knees. Shifting the hips back. We're getting ready for downward facing dog. Slowly lifting the hips, lengthening the legs, down dog. And then we're coming forward to a high plank. Bending the knees, drawing the hips back. And then back up to down dog and fold it forward to plank. Bending those knees back. Let's do 2 more. Exhaling back and up. Inhaling forward. And we'll stay in down dog. Walk your dog out, bending one leg a lot, straightening the other. So the weight of your body is in the knuckles of your hand, not the wrists. And it can help to have the index fingers pointing straight forward. From here, we're going to point the toes over to the left. Press into the outside of the left foot for a side of the hip stretch. And switch sides, pointing the toes to the right, pressing the outside of the right foot down. And back to center. Reach the right leg way up high. Rotate the ankle. And bring that leg forward and through for a low lunge. So once you've got a good position, you can drop that back knee, untuck the toes. Bring your hands to your leg and push up. And shift your weight forward. Take a few big breaths, shoulders back. And if you need extra cushion under that back knee, you can. Or you can find a release of pressure on your knee by pushing the top of that foot down to the floor a little bit. From here, you can reach up tall. Exhale the arms to a cactus position and down and forward. So inhaling up, exhaling here. Keep that rhythm and that flow going. Release the hands down. Shift the hips back. Plant the left hand on the outside of the mat. We're not shifting the hips back, sorry. You're gonna bend that back knee. So you can stay right here, or you can reach that right arm back and grab your foot. If you need more space in your lower back, you can walk your left hand farther away. You may not want to do this, so pay attention here, it's okay for you. Just a deep quad stretch. Big breaths. Try to soften your face. You need a lot of air here, a lot of oxygen, so turn that breath on. And slowly release. We're going to shift the hips back now. And bring that foot back. Come to the high plank again. Pulling that belly button in and up. Pushing those wide-fingered, flat-palmed hands away into the floor. Bending those knees. Shift the hips up, down dog. Forward to plank. And shifting back. Down dog. Stay here. Lift the left leg nice and tall. Rotate the ankle. Open the hip. Bring that left leg forward and through. Get your good position. Drop that back knee when you're ready. Plant the top of that foot down. And come on up. If you find that you're really wobbly and unstable here, walk that front foot out to the left. So with everything you know, where can you improve your posture and your breath? And then we'll reach up tall. Exhaling the arms to the cactus, reaching forward and up. Exhaling. In. Last one. And then from here, we're bringing the right hand on the outside of the mat. We're going to twist, bending that right leg. Maybe you reach back for that foot. Maybe you keep it on this front leg. Wherever you're at, keep your breath strong. Slowly release. Now you can shift those hips back. Okay, we're going to find our way to a seated position. We're going to plant the feet in line with the hips. Fingers and toes are pointed in the same direction. And you're going to lift your chest, lift your chin. If you want more, you can come in reverse tabletop. Letting the head fall back, feeling the stretch in your front of your neck. Engaging the glutes and the thighs. And slowly release the hips and the head. Give yourself a hug around the knees. And you can press your eye sockets, your eyeballs into the kneecaps. And release your hands back. Widen your legs and drop your knees from one side to the other. Lifting one hip up, pretty good, pressing it forward. Trying not to slouch down in your shoulders. Okay, come to the center with your legs forward. You're gonna hug this right knee. Sit up real tall. Flex the left toes back. And then we're gonna let this knee come out to the side. We're gonna reach up tall. We're gonna bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Bring the left hand to the ground. We're not looking behind us, but looking over to the left. Lifting your chest, lifting it up and forward. And then release, come up nice and tall with both arms, and then fold straight over that long leg. So your leg can be very bent. Some people can have a very straight leg. Just pay attention to what feels good. Maybe you stay up tall. Maybe your hands are only at your thighs. Maybe you can fold all the way through and tuck your chin to your knee. Or tuck your forehead to your knee. Wherever you are, pull those toes back. Keep your breath strong. Slowly come on up. Straighten both legs and jiggle them around. Taking a hug. This left knee in and up. In. Sit up tall. Maybe you remove some of the flesh under your sitting bone. And move the right toes back. And then let this knee come out to the side. Reach up tall. Bring the left hand across the outside of the right foot. Bring the right hand to the floor. And look over to your right, not behind you. Lifting that chest up. Slowly release. Reach both arms out tall. Fold over the leg. Any amount, knee bent or straight. Bring your forehead to the knee or keep it up tall. You've got options. Keep your breath going strong. We got a couple more breaths here. And slowly find your way back up. Lengthen those legs, jiggle them out, and we're going to do some cupping on the legs. So hands are not flat, but they're cupped, and you're just breaking some stagnant energy. You can move to the arms. Do that one more time. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together for a butterfly pose. Your heels can be close to the groin or fairly far away. And we're just going to sit up really tall, lifting up, and then fold forward any amount. Some of us are going to go a couple centimeters, and some of us can bring our forehead all the way to our toes. So wherever you are, find it. Be on the edge of your comfort zone where you can still keep your breath. No pain. And you can stay in stillness while you can rock your upper body from left to right. Feeling the stretching in the lower back on the sides. Okay, so then you come on up. Release those legs forward. We're going to come into boat for a moment. So we're just lifting the heels. Your hands can be here on the floor for more support. Pay attention if you're losing integrity in the lower back. That's your guide. So point and flex your toes. Maybe you're here. And rotate in circles your ankles. We're just slowly going to open up here for 3, 2, 1. Hovering the heels, hovering the shoulders, and release down. Ooh, yeah. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock around. And from here, if you have a block, go grab it, place it under your hips for a waterfall. I don't have a block, so I'm just going to be right here. If you know shoulder stand and you'd like to do that, you can. But while I'm here, and I'm not in shoulder stand, if you're in shoulder stand, don't do the arm pin. But if you're right where I am or with the block, rotate your wrists and ankles. Somewhere. It might seem redundant, but the flexibility in our ankles is really important for lymphatic flow, but also for balance. The flexibility of our ankles determines a lot of our ability to balance. Spread those fingers and toes really wide and clench them in really tight. And then you can go from splits with your legs, opening up to straddles, bringing in your biggest range of motion. And then if you're in shoulder stand, or if you've got that block, remove the block, we're coming to Deaf Man's pose. So from here is it. Your knees are hugging around your ears or getting as close to that as you can. Your hips are straight up and your arms are alongside on the floor. If you need support to support your lower back, if you're not fully upright with your hips, you can do that with your hands. And slowly lower out of that. Lengthen your legs one way, arms the other. Like you're waking up in the morning, a big stretch. And then we'll have your arms out to the side like in a T. Lengthen your left leg, reach that right leg bent 90 degrees over to your left. Face over to the right. And allow your breath to fill your belly and your lungs, rising and falling. Allow your facial muscles to be softer. And open your jaw really big and move it around in a big circle. Go the other way. Take a big sigh out of your mouth. Release. lift your leg back to center. And give yourself a big hug around the knees. Lengthen your right leg long. Arms out to the side. Bring the left leg at a 90 degree over to the right. Looking over to the left. And this time with your face, you're going to open your eyes looking up to your eyebrows and open your mouth as wide as it'll go, like you're screaming. And release. Wiggle your face around. One more time. Opening really big your face. And releasing. Take one big breath and sigh out of your mouth. And slowly come back around the center. Hug yourself again. And then we'll come into Savasana, our final resting pose. So your legs can be long. You can place a bolster or blocks under your knees to provide some support for your lower back. Or you can have your feet on the outside or the edges of your mat and let your knees fall inward towards each other. Or just be flat on the ground. And there's nothing left to do here but release and let go. Let go of control. Let your breath do its own thing. And just feel the softening of the tension in your body as it flows down through you, through your back, into the ground below you. You can stay here as long as you would like. You can even just take a nap since you're not in the studio. I thank you for showing up today, taking care of yourself and your energy, because what you bring to the world, to your community, to those around you, that energy that you bring matters. And it does have a ripple effect. So perhaps before you get up off of your mat, make an intention for how you would like to meet the rest of your day. And keep your mindfulness within your body. Namaste.